Greetings fellow gamers, I'm the Soulsborne Seeker and I'm back with a new video showcasing 12 upcoming indie Metroidvania games you probably haven't heard of, expected to release sometime in 2026 or later. As always, a kind reminder to please consider subscribing to the channel if you end up enjoying this content, since it will help me reach even more people and spread the knowledge far and wide. And now, without further ado, let's dive into it. We begin our journey with Sinweaver. You are an unfortunate soul doomed to an eternity of torment in the fifth circle of hell due to a life of sin. Unwilling to accept such a cruel fate, you decide to fight your way across the underworld in search of escape. Sinweaver is quite combat focused, featuring a leveling system that will allow you to upgrade your battle arsenal with powerful upgrades and new abilities, including a magic system that will give way to powerful arcane attacks. That being said, the game also promises some solid platforming trials for you to test your acrobatic mettle. The setting is divided into 11 different fully explorable biome levels, all of which are connected by an equally secret packed overworld, with everything brought to life by a wonderful art style. Sinweaver has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Briar Flame transpires in a world plagued by the titular Briar, a sprawling thorn growth that has plagued the land for ages. Take on the role of a young Ember host, one of the last creatures capable of burning through the malignant root due to their special blood, as you go on a mission to reach the heart of the Briar and destroy it. Briar Flame draws a lot of inspiration from Souls-like games for its combat, relying heavily on pattern recognition and adaptability in order for you to survive its foes. Your battle efficiency is further enhanced by a variety of equipable items, such as tools and relics, as well as new weapons that become available to you as you grow in strength. Its narrative also takes a page from the Souls games, with environmental storytelling doing the bulk of the work here. Briar Flame is expected to come out on the 16th of March 2026 and has been confirmed for PC. Inspired by classics like Mega Man and Wonder Boy, Gastova the Witches of Arkana is a light-hearted Metroidvania that has you playing as the titular Gastova, a witch that is forced in a fight against her old spellcasting friends who seem to be under the influence of an enigmatic dark force. The game boasts a big, interconnected world of diverse biomes to explore, with each area being home to its own unique set of enemies and obstacles, culminating in a fight with the respective witch that rules over that domain. What is of interest here is that each one of the bosses will be available for a rematch, which will be tailored to your own status as you get stronger by progressing through the story, and these revised fights will not only feature increased boss statistics, but also new and dynamic attack patterns depending on how the battle is developing. Each big bad you defeat will add their power to your own arsenal, effectively giving you more ways to not only fight, but also traverse the world. Gastova the Witches of Arkana is currently available in early access on PC, and even though it doesn't have a release date for the final version as of yet, said final release will also make it available for Nintendo Switch. If you ever thought that librarians have it easy, then you probably haven't heard of Ariana and the Elder Codex, a fantasy Metroidvania whose protagonist, the titular Ariana, is a librarian capable of entering books with the help of arcane magic, a power that she will have to use in order to venture inside the 7 hero codices and repair them after noticing that they have been mysteriously altered. Restoring said manuscripts will not be an easy task, since they have been infested with a litany of hazards as well as legions of monsters, whom you'll have to deal deal with while utilizing more than 30 unlockable spells and abilities, which you will be able to mix and match across 6 available slots, resulting in a variety of potential gameplay styles. A crafting system is also available, through which you will be able to create items that will boost your statistics by providing useful buffs. Ariana and the Elder Codex is expected to come out on the 24th of March 2026 for PS4, PS5 and Nintendo Switch, with a PC release expected sometime during the second quarter of the year. Farther down the path, we have Glimmer in Mirror. Follow a girl named Shiro as she is pulled inside a mirror that immediately shatters behind her, leaving her stranded in the world that was hiding past its surface. Said world is fantastically drawn, incredibly vibrant, and also home to a variety of different inhabitants with whom you will be able to interact. Even though exploration and platforming are both incredibly important aspects of the game, Glimmer in Mirror does lean a bit more toward its combat sensibilities, with its battle system being founded on the concept of the gathering of Glimmer, one of the game's currencies, which you then use in order to perform powerful ranged attacks. In addition, there are numerous different spirit companions that you can collect and utilize, with each one providing different benefits that allow you to tailor your battle approach to your own tastes, especially since you're also able to combine their powers. Glimmer in Mirror is currently available in early access for PC, with no final release date currently announced. Well, while I usually refrain from making game comparisons in my videos, it's kind of hard not to do so with Slimewell, a puzzle and exploration focused Metroidvania that takes immense inspiration from the very similarly titled Animal Well. Embody a tiny, helpless slime as you navigate a treacherous world with your wits being your only defense against the dangers that prowl it. Slimewell takes a completely pacifistic approach to gameplay, featuring no combat and instead directing gameplay toward puzzle solving and the investigation of a setting that is filled with secrets and collectibles. It also promises intense immersion, with the map boasting numerous environmental interactions across the more than 100 rooms that comprise it. I'll admit that the genre could use more puzzle and exploration based games, so I will be giving Slimewell the benefit of the doubt and hoping that it does enough to differentiate itself from its influences. Slimewell has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Then there's Magical Blush. Don the Mantle of Arnin, a powerful mage that returns from the astral plane only to find her world in ruin after the mysterious release of the Elemental Lords, a group of destructive manifestations of raw magic that she was responsible for keeping sealed. With your homeland on the brink of destruction, you embark on a perilous journey to not only seal the Elemental Lords once more, but also to discover who let them out in the first place. To that end, you will harness the forces of fire, water, earth, wind, and spirit, with each element having its own strengths, weaknesses, and neutralities, effectively necessitating smart switching between the 5 according to any given situation you find yourself in. On that note, your spells are actually upgradable, with each additional level unlocking new behaviors for them, resulting in fun new ways to interact with the environment as well as take down enemies. Of special reference is the fact that Magical Blush supports co-op gameplay, though whether you'll be able to play the entirety of the campaign with a friend is unclear at the moment. Magical Blush has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Take on the role of a budding monster hunter in Yuma Nest, an interesting combination of the Metroidvania, RPG, MMORPG, and automation genres. In a world filled with swarms of abominations that were the result of a curse that has spread far and wide, it is your job as a young student of the Luminite Association to call their number in a variety of ways, including the structuring of automated defense systems that will do it in your stead. The setting of Yuma Nest is divided into 2 different sections, namely a massive overworld sandbox named Kano, where you will be doing a lot of combat, crafting, and questing in order to level up and strengthen yourself, that you will need to do in order to venture into the game's underworld, the Nether, which is where the Metroidvania aspect comes into play, as said underworld is sprawling, interconnected, and features ability gates, with your end goal being to reach its very depths and face the horrors waiting in its shadows. The game features a lot of customization, mainly related to its overworld, with examples being your ability to obtain bike mounts that allow you to traverse the setting quickly, get pets that will fight alongside you, change your appearance, as well as buy a home, which will be your way of fast traveling across the map. On a completely unrelated note, this kind of reminds me of Maple's story, a reference for the older gamers amongst you. Yuma Nest is expected to come out on the 11th of March 2026 in early access, and has been confirmed for PC, with potential releases for consoles in the far future if the game proves successful. Traverse a haunting world where dream and reality seamlessly intertwine in Oneirium, a Metroidvania game inspired by titles like Blasphemous and Bloodborne. You are the Awakened One, a warrior that must delve deep into this world of nightmares and fragmented memories in order to uncover the very nature of existence itself. The journey will be arduous, as you'll navigate through twisted dreamscapes plagued by eldritch creatures beyond comprehension, whom you'll have to take down with a combination of brutal melee and ranged combat, as well as powerful arcane abilities that you will unlock along the way. Your quest will become even more complicated by the existence of tormented souls that you will come across, whom you will have to help reach salvation or plunge into damnation based on the truths you will learn about them, with the concept of truth itself coming into question as you are surrounded by constant deception. Oneirium has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Third from the end, we have Among the Waves. Transpiring in a world inspired by Russian culture and religious aesthetics, the game gives you control of the Nameless, a female wanderer pregnant with a divine child, who must explore a colossal techno-fortress that blends science with faith in order to unravel the mystery behind something known as the Doors of Birth. Arguably the most novel aspect of Among the Waves is the child carried by the Nameless, which functions as the source of your powers, and while I assume its effect mostly works on a narrative level, it's still something I have never actually seen before in the genre or any other game, to be honest. The world features a lot of physics-based puzzles, all of which take into account realistic environmental interactions in combination with our protagonist's weight. Combat is spiced up by your ability to mix and match your various skills in order to customize your playstyle to your own tastes, which is always a welcome feature. Among the Waves is expected to come out sometime in early 2027 for PC, with unspecified console releases expected to follow soon after. Nearing the finale, there's Ashen Seed. The surface world is long gone, the earth poisoned. You are Rootkin, an expendable miner whose people have been forced beneath the surface in order to escape the terrors that tread across it. And you have eaten something you shouldn't have, something that refuses to let you die. The Ashen Seed. Seemingly immortal and with nowhere to go but down, you'll have to use the power of the seeds to navigate the suffocating depths and survive the creatures that have descended from the surface as you search for a way to return this dying realm back to its former glory. Ashen Seed places a lot of emphasis on precision combat, since the vast majority of creatures you'll come across wish to devour you, and you'll need to take them down before they do. I cannot overstate how impressed I am by the game's visuals and overall vibe, with the overwhelming sense of despair that permeates the trailer making this the closest we have gotten so far in getting an Attack on Titan Metroidvania, which I never knew I needed until I saw it. Ashen Seed has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Before we get to the last game, it's time for some honorable mentions of games that probably aren't actual Metroidvanias, but will most likely cater to fans of the genre, and this time we have 3 such titles to showcase, so buckle up. First, there's Metamorphosis, which might be a Metroidvania, but I haven't been able to fully verify that, hence the honorable mention. Step into the shoes of Ariana, a nun that was branded a sinner, who goes on a treacherous journey in search of the last paradise left in the world, and subsequently absolution. person. Thankfully, Arya is not your everyday nun, and can handle herself quite well when it comes to danger given the large weapon arsenal she will have at her disposal, which will make the difference between success and failure since the setting is prowled by unspeakable monstrosities that will do everything in their power to end her. The game features hectic combat that is complemented by a phenomenally bleak art style, which does wonders in giving the whole thing a grimdark quality. Your weapons will not only be used for battle but also grant you new mobility upgrades, which is where the Metroidvania aspect comes into play, and there also seems to be backtracking involved here, though from what I've heard, the game doesn't feature a map overview. There is an open playtest currently available, which I haven't had the time to try yet, so if the game speaks to you, give it a go. Metamorphosis has no release date as of now, but has been confirmed for PC. Second, we have Lovish. Brandish the blade of Sir Solomon, a brave knight who embarks on a mission to free Princess Tsuna from the clutches of the evil Devil Lord. Wonderful 8-bit visuals aside, what makes Lovish truly special is its actual gameplay loop. More specifically, the game boasts more than 50 bite-sized rooms that you'll have to go through, all of which feature some sort of puzzle or combat-related challenge that you will need to overcome. What's special, however, is that following each room that you beat, you are treated to a random event that can turn your whole playthrough upside down. Maybe you'll gain a new traversal ability that will help you on your quest, or perhaps you'll be treated to an old-school turn-based RPG battle, or maybe the world will end. Who knows? What I do know is that Lovish is all about variety, replayability, and exciting surprises, which should turn this to an instant classic if it delivers on its promises. Lovish is expected to come out on the 5th of February 2026 and has been confirmed for PC, PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, as well as the Xbox Series X and Series S. Third, there's HELLREAPER, which is a blend of the Metroidvania and roguelite genres. Become the HELLREAPER, an unstoppable force with a singular purpose: to maintain balance by ridding the world of Hell's proliferating demonic hordes in brutal fashion. To that end, you will make use of a wide offensive arsenal, including cursed magic as well as powerful weapons that you will forge. Your battle capabilities are heightened by ancient relics you'll be able to utilize, which will further enhance your destructive power. It is currently unclear what the exact gameplay loop is going to be, and how the Metroidvania and roguelite elements will complement one another, but the fantastic trailer alone is enough to warrant keeping an eye on this one. HELLREAPER has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC, PS5, as well as the Xbox Series X and Series S. Moving back to our Metroidvania games, last but not least, we have Magnavale, Eternal Soul, a gothic title largely inspired by the Castlevania series and, more specifically, Igavania's. Castle Lexington beckons you, and you decide to brave the challenge in order to learn the truth about your enigmatic powers. However, things won't be easy, since monstrous creatures of all kinds roam the Citadel's halls, and they're out for your blood. Magnavale takes an interesting approach to combat by allowing you to dual-wield your weapons, adding a welcome element of tactics into the mix by having you experiment with potential armament matches to see which approach works best for you. Defeating enemies gives you the opportunity to steal their souls, effectively gaining unique abilities in return, such as the capability of throwing projectiles or summoning an ally to assist in combat. That being said, perhaps the most interesting aspect of the game is its approach to death, which is actually encouraged and considered a viable strategy to get out of a pickle by returning to your last save point without losing any progress, though there are some mysterious consequences in the form of enemies somehow remembering what you did, which influences gameplay in an as of yet unspecified way. Magnavale Eternal Soul has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. What did you think of these games? Did you already know about them? Are you planning to try any of them out? Let me know in the comments below, and please subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I'd also appreciate it if you could like, share and hype it, since it helps with its visibility. As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you wish to find more new games, I have a ton more videos in this series on my channel, so go watch those as well. On a last note, a kind reminder that if you enjoy my content and wish to support the channel, you can do so by donating to my Patreon or my Ko-fi page, the links for which you can find in the video description. Until next time, Soulsborne Seeker out.